Good morning, I'm Caitlin Harris, and thank you for joining us on ITV. Today we'll be talking about the joy of Lajoia. Today, I have a special guest, Bryce Harris. Now Bryce, when I say the joy of Lajoia, what do you mean? What do I mean, actually?
I think about somebody who's always happy. I've seen her be sad on any day. She's always come to church with a smile on her face.
Yeah.
She just brings her joy wherever she goes. It's around people, so it's really never a dull moment with her. So she's really a joy to have around. I would have her around me all the time if I could. Just because she's such a great person. So yeah, that's what I think about it.
Okay, now, are you able to tell me about your first meal of Lajoia?
We have so many that it really doesn't matter which one I pick because they're all just so great. And I look forward to, with me graduating college, I have high school, I'm sorry. Yeah. We'll have, more time to make more memories inside the church and outside the church.
Nice, that's nice. It's really nice. Can you describe Lajoia in one word? Not two, but one.
Spectacular.
Our next guest is Andre Petrie. Now, Andre, I'm going to ask you the same questions. When I say the joy of Lajoia, what do I mean? Or what does it mean to you?
To me, it means like when hard-working and can stand under pressure. Because I know when the kids be practicing and we be practicing, that can put a lot of stress because sometimes we don't get it on the first try. But then sometimes she just keeps on working with us. And you always know we have that one thing on Sunday where we get it all right like that. But she just knows that we can do it and always keep us courage and just a delight to have.
All right, that's nice. Can you tell me about your first memory of Lajoia?
My first memory is when we was practicing in the gym. And that's when I was like real little. We all was little. I say like elementary. And how we like really did not get it at all. But she just kept on going it, kept on doing it, kept on training us. And now we're in high school and she's still doing the same thing. And it just brings me back to how long that she's been doing this to us.
Next, we have our best-selling author of his book, No Man Shall Live, Bryce Smith. Now, Bryce, when I say Lajoia, what does that mean to you? Or the joy of Lajoia, what does it mean to you?
I just gotta say, just a great spirit. That's what Lajoia is to all of us. She's been just so caring for us, like we're her little kids. Yeah, that's what joy means.
Wow, it's just pretty nice, and that's.
It's real deep.
It's deep. It touched my heart, and I know it touched millions of people's hearts out there also. If you can just think of one, tell me one thing you love about Lajoia.
That's the thing. I can't just name one thing. I love everything about it. So that's a hard question. Give me another question.
Now, describe Lajoia in one word. We've had spectacular.
Very ambitious. Well, that's two words. So ambitious.
Ambitious. Miss Shelby Davis. You can't explain. Now, Miss Shelby, when I say joy of Lajoia, what does that mean to you?
It means basically the joy of Lajoia. When she's around you, you just feel happy and free-spirited and everything. When she's around you, there's no negativity, no bad vibes. She just gives off that good vibe and that essence of Christ and everything.
You need some tissue, ma'am?
No, fine.
Okay, thank you. What has Lajoia taught you?
To be loving, humble, and everything. She's the most humblest person I've ever known. And she taught me how to love and actually use Christ in my everyday life.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
Can you describe her in one word?
Influential.
Influential. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Audience out there, that's the most powerful. Yeah.
I love you, Shelby.
Oh my God! Before we end, I would like to say a few words on the joy of Lajoia means to me. If I can thank Lajoia for one thing as being part of my life, I would thank her for being there and, building me spiritually and mentally and physically while I age, and so that I can grow up and be a young woman and follow her path of righteousness. The one word I would use to describe Miss Lajoia is very just passionate. Yeah, and if I can go on, this segment would never end if I can go on. So thank you, Miss Lajoia, for being our youth coordinator. Thank you for tuning in on ITV of The Joy of Lajoia. Next week, we'll be talking about the promises of God. And I would like to invite all our guests to come back and say, just come back behind me and say, can you come back behind me, please? Gosh, y'all gonna come back. I'm sending y'all a paycheck. So, this is this week's guest. We have Mr. Bryce Smith, Mr. Bryce Harris, Mrs. Shelby Davis, and Mr. MJ Petrie. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Will you?
I love you, Lajoia.
Bye, girl.
So
Love
much.
you.
You should tune in next time, next week, and watch it. Bye.
3, 2, 1.
Good morning. I'm Caitlin Harris.
Okay, let's
Thank
do
you
that
for
again.
Bryce, I'm gonna choke you, dude. Thank you, Bryce.
Lajoia is gonna go out there and get it.
She gonna go out there and get it. And Kevin Durant, if he watching this, she's in the bitch.
She gonna go get it. It don't matter.
Don't forget spectacular though.
That's it.
Thank you, Bryce Smith, best-selling author. All right. Before we end,
Let's start over.
Shelby, why are you standing like this?
Bryce is doing so hard.
And I would like to say a few words on my thoughts on the joy of Lajoia. If I can
Twice.
Dude.